What's up, everybody, and welcome to a new episode of Bricks and Toys. Continuing on from our prior video of doing the Acclimator from the Clone Wars, we're going to keep on trucking with the Clone Wars, and I'm talking about the TV series primarily with these two sets, and we're going to do the ARC-170 Starfighter. This one is one that I feel like I should know something about, but I don't. As I said in the prior video, I'm not going to go into any details on it too much in this video. I watched the series one. Then I started it and never finished it, and I needed to do that so I can actually start remembering all these important starfighters and warships in that series. So a lot of these characters have names, and I don't remember them. So let's just get that out of the way. Now, this ship is actually one that I'm really excited for, even though I don't clearly remember it. And I'm excited for it because a couple years ago, when I started this channel, I was going through bricks and minifigs and secondhand Lego on eBay, and I kept seeing this set pop up. It was a ARC-Fighter 170 with a Yoda logo up at the top. For all of you long-term collectors, you know exactly what set, what year I'm probably referencing. And it was different. And I didn't really watch the Clone Wars at that point. I think I was just beginning. So it was different. Didn't really know where it was from. I thought it looked cool, and I wanted it. When I looked at the bottom of the box, I don't remember the price, but it was definitely in the hundreds of dollars range. And I was like, for a ship that I have no emotional attachment to, it's just no. We're not going to get it. But then we were blessed by the Star Wars gods in Denmark, Lego Star Wars gods that is, to get another recreation of the ARC-170. Now, a lot of diehard fans on YouTube doing the reviews on this, they have a lot of negative things to say about it because it's not as good as the one or two that came out prior. I don't have experience with those, so this is my experience with this one, and it's only going to be about where we are at now and nothing to really do with the past. But regardless, I'm very excited to finally get to build a ARC-170 that only costed $70 US. That's how much this set cost for 497 pieces. Now, this is a 9 and older set, so we have the 9 and older type packaging or the under 18 packaging with the stripe, the greeble on the corner, in clear action, because this set's going to be made to be played with, so they kind of want to get your imagination already going with it. Minifigures at the bottom are clearly labeled. This is set number 75402. The minifigures included is going to be Clone Pilot Oddball. I remember that name. That's all I remember. Clone Pilot Jag. Again, I remember the name. Don't remember too much more about it than that. We have another clone pilot, and then we have R4P44, a droid. So it's the typical mix of minifigures that we would expect with a set like this. A few minifigures and a droid. The set on the box looks really cool. I kind of feel like the wing design in the middle of the wings, and even kind of on the top, the shape of it kind of reminds me of something of like a World War II type airplane. And a lot of Star Wars, like the Star Wars fights of the starfighters, is actually based on dogfights from World War II. So I think that's kind of cool when I look at this set, is I can kind of see inspiration of those World War II type aircrafts in this starfighter. Just want to point that out. Let's continue going around looking at the box. On the side, we kind of have an image of the cockpits right here with our Star Wars logo. On this side, we have the Do Not Eat It and Star Wars up here. Over here, we got the country of origin and a 1-to-1 of our Clone Pilot Oddball right there. On the bottom of the box, we have our recycling information, Lego app, Lego.com, Legal Eagles barcode, and all of that great stuff. Coming on to the back, we have the set in action on how the wings open up. It kind of opens up kind of like a X-Wing. That's one of the things that kind of caught my eye when I saw that original set from many years ago at my local Bricks and Minifigs for resale. It looks like there's going to be a little turnstile on the bottom that may make that action happen. We have our traditional laser little plastic shooter thingamabobs as we see on all these play type fighters. Then we have a backward shot of the set with a couple of the pilots. Looks like they're doing some stuff. This one looks like he's loading a cannon. We do have the wings closed on the back, and we also have a picture of that droid. Now, this being a part of the Clone Wars, I can tell you a lot of the graphics on the box is definitely reminiscent of like the cartoon. They're not really real images. What I'm trying to say is like the base. They're not photoshopped or edited in there from something real in Star Wars, like one of the movies. It's done from the cartoon, is what I'm trying to say. So now let's open up this box. I'm just going to do it from my desk here, get it done with. We're going to have 2 punch tabs to open it up. One here, and then there's another one up here, but we're just going to open it up with that one. There we are. You guys are now getting the first look inside of the box. A lot of dead space in that box. Let's do our pour. There we are. As I said, we're doing this right here, not up close, because you know what? There's just not a lot here. I'm going to say no more than 6 bags. Let's go ahead and knock them out. We have 1. We have 2. We have 3. And we have 4. And that's it. We do have a sticker sheet of, looks to be 13 stickers. Any duplicates? Well, there are 4 number 1 stickers of the Republic logo. I'll let you guys get a good look at those guys. They're all on the translucent clear type. That's on that plastic type material on the paper back. Looking at our book, we have a little bit of the thicker cover on the book with that kind of semi-matte finish. We do have a QR code for our 20 points. This being a 9 and older set, I don't expect anything about the set. Nope, it just tells us how to use the tool and build our first pilot on bag number 1. No extra parts with this set that is important to notice. Let's go to the back of the book. And in the back here, we can see 199 steps and a total of 129 pages. Small and easy. Thumbing through the back of the book, we do actually have a little glimpse of Star Wars 2025 sets. We, as a channel, own 3 out of the 4 represented. I didn't get this 4 and older in one Mandalorian Starfighter because, well, I got the bigger one. That's not 4 and older. Well, guys, that is the bags, unboxing, the box, and everything I could think of. So all that's left is, well, here's the review. Okay, everybody, let's dive into the review of the 75402 ARC-170. Pretty cool set. Let's get started with those minifigures. First up is Oddball. So when looking at these clone trooper pilots, one thing that separates them is the color scheme on their helmet. This one is Oddball. Thus it has that blackish stripe right across its top. Torso printing, leg printing, different colored arms, back torso printing. Then our next is going to be Clone Pilot Jag. He has the blue highlights on his helmet. All these also have single print facing with that yellow visor printed on the face. And then lastly, it's just our clone pilot. He has orange and yellow on his helmet, yet just like the others with the other printing. Last up is the R4P44 droid. No back printing, just helmet printing or top dome printing and torso printing. Now let's look at the ship itself, or the Starfighter. We have sticker elements here, here, here. All of these have sticker elements. We have sticker elements on both sides, there and there and there and there. Lots of stickers. We do have printed elements right here making up the wings. There is a little doohickey in the back to help the wings open up just like that, or we can just pull on them. Whatever works best, especially for a review video. I like how the center wing stays stationary, yet there's a little bit of a flappage on these two to open up these two, however you want to put it. Little pearlescent silver skates to make up those little intakes. Really cool. I like the 3 cockpits, each fitting one of our pilots, which is nice. There we got a look right there. So we're going to have a gunner here in the back. Looks like a navigation pilot with that printed element there. And then maybe just a general pilot up here in the middle where it's hollowed out. That's not a design flaw. That is for your droid to go in one of the directions. Coming around to the back, we can see our little turrets right here, 1 and 2. They are multi-directional if you choose to make them to where you can move them. And there's our back little thrusters using translucent pink elements like usual. Looking at the bottom of the Starfighter, you can see a little mechanism with some black dots on it on either side. That's a mechanism that you slide to move the wings. Really cool profile. I like the hint of green with all that reddish brown brick and the white, really signifying this is part of the Clone Wars era. Not too much more to say about this set, so let's wrap up the video. Now let's wrap up my final thoughts of the ARC-170. For my first experience, it was a good one. I actually find myself really wanting to pick up the set, release my inner child that never got to be because my childhood sucked, and really start playing with it. Maybe that's why I like to play with toys so much. Anyway, it's really fun just to move that little thing here in the back and watch these wings open up. It's like, I am threatened. I am not. I am threatened. I am... Maybe that's not the way it goes. Anyway, it's still fun to do that. But it feels really good in the hands. It's honestly a really good first experience. I have been watching a lot of other YouTubers, one in particular. I think he gets enough of his name dropped, you know, because he's noticed by Star Wars and Disney and Lego all at the same time for the things he does with the Clone Wars era type Lego sets. But he has a lot to say about this set, and he's even made videos on how he's modified it to make it to where the wings are a little bit longer and the intakes are a little bit more rounder and larger. You know, I didn't watch the Clone Wars enough to be that anal retentive, and I also didn't get the first 2 renditions of the set to know any better than what I'm holding in my hand. For my first experience, I think it's a pretty good one. Now, there is the elephant of the room of this being a $69.99 set here in the US, and that's, yeah, that kind of hurts. Especially speaking how we had the X-Wing from 2021, and that was around 40-ish, 50-ish dollars, and it's kind of a similar build to this. So there's definitely a Star Wars license tax with Lego, and it's getting quite crazy, and I'm seeing that become more and more of a thing as the years go on with Lego, and I think this is another victim of that tax. This is definitely one that I'm going to say wait for a sale, but I definitely do recommend the set, especially if you missed out on the other ARC-170s like me. Like I said, I'm very happy with this set. I do kind of feel like a sale would have been kind of nice. But we do get 3 really cool helmets on these clone pilots, which makes it, you know, a little bit better. Awesome print on those. We do get 2 printed elements, or 3 actually, with this set. And some pretty decent quality stickers. You know, it's not too bad. But $70 is a little bit steep. But use your better judgment. As I like to say, Insider's Weekend 2 times points. Softens the blow. Maybe you find it on sale on Amazon at the end of the year. Who knows? Maybe waiting this one out for a little bit to get those sales might be in your best interest. That's why I like to buy them for full price, just to see if that is the truth. If I tell you that I think you should wait for a sale on a set, I kind of mean that. But overall, it's a great first experience for me, and I'm really happy with it. And if this is going to be your first experience with an ARC-170, I think you're going to like it too. If you're fans of the older ones, you might do what the other guy did and start nitpicking it way too much and start modifying it to what he did in his video of it. That's all I have to say about it. If you guys want to support the YouTube channel, there's 2 ways to do so. Right down below, you guys hit the thank you button. When you guys leave a thank you button, you guys can leave a small donation. Helps us get Lego sets just like this. Equally as important, hitting that subscribe button and following along with everything that we do here would be incredible. As usual, I ask you, share this video with your friends. Hit the thumbs up, the like button. That would be awesome. Up next on the channel, well, we're going into the month of February, and it's going to be a whole new month. We're not going to buy any new sets, so stay tuned for what comes in February. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a good one.